Apologize. Your life is built on convenient lies, and the time has come to apologize. Corporations lie, that's what they do. But you lie to yourself, and that's on you. The climate disasters on your TV just couldn't happen to your family. Drowning cities are so unnerving, but the victims must be less deserving than you and yours, because you're the best at working hard to enslave the rest.
Welcome to the basic facts of the Church of Euthanasia cult. Before we start, I want to put a disclaimer out there that in this video I will be discussing subject matters that may be triggering for some people, including suicide. So if this is something that bothers you, then this video isn't for you. The song you heard at the beginning of the video is by Korda, the co-founder, leader, and spokesperson of the Church of Euthanasia. Korda was born in New York to famous author Michael Korda, who is known for writing nonfiction historical novels such as Ike, An American Hero, and Hero, The Life and Legend of Lawrence of Arabia. By the early 1990s, Korda would move to Boston, Massachusetts, where she would have a dream about a being that spoke for all the inhabitants of Earth, who came to warn Korda that the planet was dying and that the world's leaders didn't want anyone to know about it. Korda would go straight to work putting together a group of people who wanted to save the planet from other people. She would call it the Church of Euthanasia. The church is built on 4 beliefs. The first belief is voluntary depopulation by suicide. The main belief of COE is that humans are the cause of Earth's environmental troubles, and because of this, a large percentage of the world's population needs to sacrifice their lives to save the planet. The second belief is abortion. This one ties in with the thought that humans are killing the planet, so bringing more children into this world would not only be a disservice to them, but also to the planet. The third is sodomy. Korda stated in numerous interviews that the term sodomy was used as a general term inside the church, referring to any sexual act that can't result in a pregnancy, again tying in with the main goal of depopulation. The fourth and final belief of COE was cannibalism. The church believed that if someone had the need to eat human flesh, they should be allowed to do so, but they are only allowed to do it if the person being cannibalized was already dead. Among these pillars of beliefs, the main rule of membership to the church was that members were prohibited from procreating. If any female members happened to become pregnant, they were kicked out of the church. COE was declared a church in 1994. The COE quickly began to show up at public events to spread their message of voluntary depopulation, such as the 1992 Democratic National Convention in New York City. But it wasn't until 1993 when the group gained media attention after defacing a billboard on a Massachusetts turnpike with the church's slogan, "Save the planet, kill yourself." In 1994, the Church of Euthanasia was declared as a church by the US government, but unlike most cults, Korda didn't build any churches to worship at. Instead, the group continued to hold meetings in various members' basements instead. COE sets up a suicide assistance hotline. The group continued to make public appearances for both recruiting and getting their ideologies out to the public. One such appearance was at the Boston Population Awareness Day rally, where the group was eventually escorted away by police. But the group made headlines on December 1st, 1995, when they erected a billboard in Massachusetts that had a phone number for a suicide assistance hotline. The hotline allegedly would be answered by members who would proceed to either guide people through a suicide or suggest ways to commit suicide. Not soon after the billboard was placed, the telephone company put a block on the phone number. COE petitions for the Unabomber to be president. Continuing to show up at rallies and protests in 1996, the group made headlines again when they showed up outside an abortion clinic where they revealed one of their most controversial banners yet. The banner read, "Eat a queer fetus for Jesus." That same year, a man named Ted Kaczynski, who was known as the Unabomber, was apprehended for a series of serial bombings that killed 3 people. During Kaczynski's bombing spree, he released a 35,000-word manifesto detailing that the Industrial Society was destroying the planet as well as human freedoms. Korda put together a group of fellow churchgoers calling them the Unipack. They petitioned for the Unabomber to become president. Korda has since made it clear that the Unipack believed in the manifesto, but not condoning the murders in which Kaczynski had committed. COE appears on The Jerry Springer Show.
Cannibalism and even eating the flesh of aborted babies. Well, in a moment, we're going to meet a woman who actually says she wants to join this cult. But first, let's meet the founders, Reverend Chris Korda, Pastor Kim, and Vermin X. Give me 4 things that you believe in. What are the basic tenets of your philosophy?
We're gonna get to the 4 pillars of the Church of Euthanasia. You already know what they are. They're suicide, abortion, cannibalism, and sodomy.
Wait a sec, say that again.
Suicide, abortion, cannibalism, and sodomy. That's right. And we're going to explain every one of them in great detail.
This is a faith. This
is an organized religion.
And this has to do with environmentalism?
Yes, it does, and we're going to explain it in great detail.
This isn't recycling cans. You're talking about suicide.
Recycling humans. It's funny you should mention that.
Korda has gone on to state that the 1997 Jerry Springer episode was highly edited for entertainment purposes and that the church's ideologies didn't come off as clear as they had hoped. Despite the setback, the church continued to push forward by showing up for rallies, defacing billboards, and Korda even began to release house music with the church's message in the lyrics. But by 1998, Korda became more involved with her music career than with the church's affairs, that by 2000, even admitted by Korda herself, the church was dead. The church may be no more, but the website still exists and is updated periodically by Korda. Korda has admitted that their cult was a death cult and did result in the suicide of some members and non-members. But now you know the basic facts of the Church of Euthanasia cult. Thanks for watching.